Miss Troxler.
Hey, I'm Miss Edward. I'm Adam's mom.
Okay, it's nice to meet you. You can have a seat right here.
Thanks. Nice to meet you too.
So, I called this meeting today because, I feel like Adam is a great student. He always is wanting to learn, engaging and so helpful. But here lately he's been slacking off, and I don't know if something's going on at home, but I don't want you to feel in any way, shape, or form that that he's not trying, because he does try. Like 90% of the time, he is a good, great student. But I noticed that here lately he's just been having some issues.
Yeah.
And I know he's got bipolar disorder, and with his ADHD, that kind of goes hand in hand. And then, with his disability in math, I just want to catch this early before something else happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Is there anything?
I'm just glad to hear he's being good and being helpful. How teenage boys are, they're not always like that. So that's a good thing to hear. And yes, I think it will have to do a lot with his disorders that he has, and learning disability. But still, I don't want him to use that as a crutch either. So I want him, I'm glad you're trying to work out strategies to help him with that. Or I'm glad that you're observing the fact that he is slacking off.
Right.
And not just looking over it.
Right. And every morning, for example, every morning that he sees me, he comes running up to me, "Good morning, Miss Troxler. Are you ready for a good day?"
Yes.
Just so full of energy. And dude, I'll tell you one thing, I wish I had that kind of energy in the morning. Like every morning that he sees me, he leaves me with a smile.
Yep.
And that's such a positive thing coming from a teacher.
That's my
I'm just glad that he's that engaged in his schoolwork to want to come to school, to be happy, and to see us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But on a more serious note, I think his behaviors needs to be brought up and discussed. Granted, I know he does have bipolar disorder, and I'm sure he's medicated for that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, because of that, I feel like, something needs to be done about how he's been disrespecting some of the teachers. I've talked to several of the other teammates, and, here lately it's been getting progressively worse. And we don't know how to bring him back into focus. Because a lot of times, when we're reading a passage or we're doing some type of literature work, if he gets all focused, giving him 2 or 3 prompts doesn't work right now. He's not wanting to come back into focus. And I didn't know if that was normal for you at home or what.
Yeah, it is normal for him to get off topic. Like if I'm speaking to him directly, especially if he's in trouble, he doesn't want to focus on me. Some things I do, I would just say, "Adam, you need to pay attention."
Mm-hmm.
Prompting him, that's great. Tapping on his shoulder, being more discreet about it at school,
Mm-hmm.
because he is a teenage boy, I feel like that's good. But if you need to be direct, a way to do it, I've found a lot of teachers do, if they're speaking in class about something, if you're an enthusiastic, some teachers won't do it, but they'll say one word real loud, and that gets all the student, that'll get his attention. Just a strategy.
That's a very good one. I have not heard that.
I've had teachers use that before, and it helped.
Mm-hmm.
We are struggling a little bit with medications right now, but trying to find the right ones that work real good. They've switched up a couple, so that could be some of it. But the disrespectfulness, he's been raised better than that. So that's something that me and his father will need to handle. But anytime that y'all see him disrespecting, you guys you can take care of it. I want you to take care of it, because that's not appropriate.
And then something else that's been bothering me is he's been trying to pick fights with peers. Not like a punch you in the face type fight, but just,
Little bickering.
Yeah.
He's been doing that with his little sister a lot.
Okay, and that might be, his medication, and not only that, but maybe the change, going from an adolescent to an adult.
I think that's having a lot to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
On top of
He's
everything.
realizing he's got more freedom.
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks, Steve.
And something else, and this might just be from his language arts perspective, he's been speaking out of turn a lot in class. Now, don't take this the wrong way, but I love his enthusiasm. He knows the answer. But there's also the correct way in raising your hand so that I can call on other students so that they know that everybody else has a turn and I'm not just focusing on Adam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand completely.
Is there anything you can think of that I could do? Maybe should I talk to him after class? Or how would you like me to handle that?
First, I would try speaking to him. I'll speak to him about that as well. Like I said, a lot of these things I will make sure is handled from me and my husband, but I also would like for you to speak to him about it after class maybe. If that doesn't work, maybe we can meet again to go to further measures.
Yeah, I'm always ready and available. Do you have an email address?
Yes, it's HMEVERHA@uncg.edu.
Okay. Because what I'll do is I'm going to try to keep you in the loop because I was going to bring this up when we started to talk about his grades. Because right now his grades are starting to split, and I've been sending home letter after letter. I've sent home progress reports. I've just sent home little things here and there to try to let you guys know what's been going on, and I haven't gotten anything back.
See, I think a lot of those are getting lost on the bus because I haven't received very many things, and I was kind of wondering about that too. But then I know if he's not doing well, he's not going to want to hand it to me and here, Mom, I got a D or I failed, But if you would, we need to find a way around, me getting those from you instead of him, because he's not going to bring them home and show them to me willingly if he didn't do well. Now, when I go through his book bag and stuff, I will find stuff, but, a teenage boy does not want you going through his book bag.
Right. Well, this is my cell phone number.
Okay.
And you can reach me anytime on this number.
Okay.
Do you have a number that I can contact you?
Yes, it's 336-905-0927. And anytime you need to contact me, please feel free to email me or call me. That way I know I'm getting this information.
Okay.
And it's legitimate.
Because, right now, and here I printed out his grades.
Okay.
And this is his language arts grade. A C, he's better than a C.
Yes. He's not applying himself at that.
Right. And then his math grade is a B. And, and I understand that he's got a learning disability and he's got a tutor.
That's actually pretty good for math.
Well, I've spoken with the math teacher, and apparently this math tutor, whoever that is, is really helping.
Yeah, she is.
And then history, he's got an A, which I'm guessing you're okay with that.
Yes.
But the main thing I'm concerned with is this language arts, because, before this semester, he was doing great. Reading, turning in his reading logs, reading short passages, just really engaging. And for some reason, I feel like we've lost him somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let you take this home. And if I could have you sign, it is right here. If you would sign this for me, that would be great. So I have documentation, just right there. Thank you. That way I know that people know that we met today. But another question I want to ask, and if it's too personal, that's okay. You don't have to answer. But with his behaviors and grades kind of slipping away, is there anything going on at home that could be bothering him or could be putting his focus more on home than it is here?
Well, during this whole time, that's what I've kind of been thinking about, because a lot of this is coming from home, and I don't want people thinking we don't try without him, because we really do. But, yes, we are struggling financially, as a lot of people are with the economy right now, which is causing small, not really, it's not like fights, but, bickering, you're married, between me and my husband, bickering between us two, and a lot of it's obviously about money, and we try not to gripe about it in front of the kids, but it just happens. And so whenever we're talking about Adam's medicine or him he has to go to the doctor a lot because of his all his bipolar disorder, different medications. Like I told you, we're having to switch up medications. So we had an argument about, we have been kind of throwing that into our arguments about money, and that should have never been done in front of Adam.
Right.
Because now he's blaming our financial situation on himself whenever it's not his fault at all. And we regret doing that, and we're going to try our best to fix that too, because I feel like it's going to start with us, and it's just money. So we gotta learn how to, we gotta learn.
Okay.
Money's always a struggle, so.
Well, some strategies I want to send you home with today, is just, I'm going to go on and tell you now, every single week, he's got a reading log. He needs to be reading between 20 to 30 minutes a night. And then just have you sign that he's done it. And then, just make sure that he's reading.
Okay.
Because I want his reading level to stay where it is. Because last year he made a 4 on his EOG. And I really want him to make that again this year, before he goes off to college, if he decides to go. And then, because I'm going to send home some type of homework every night. It might not take him an hour, but I want him to make sure that he's doing it. And if he tells you that he doesn't have homework that night, now you know differently.
Okay.
And also, just diet and exercise. With his medication, making sure that before he comes to school, he doesn't have like 4 cups of pudding or something.
Yeah, we're trying to start working on that as a family, because we've all slacked off in it. Especially, we've been doing a lot of convenient stuff because of our financial issues right now.
And I completely understand that.
But yes, we're all trying to work on that as a family, but I do understand how that could help.
Okay. And what I plan on doing as the special educator is, give him hard copies of everything that we do, to help with his ADHD. That way he has a hard copy.
I feel like that would be great. Because I have to do that myself, and that comes from me.
And then I'm going to give him some highlighters, but not call attention to him, because I have a class set of highlighters that everybody gets one. And then I might try to set up an in-school counseling session with him. That way, when he does get frustrated or does get lose focus,
to his melting point when he breaks down.
Yeah, when he breaks down, then we'll be able to send him to that room. Okay, so good. And then the last little bit that I want to talk about is, getting him involved in the community. Being able to show him, he can play sports, that he can do volunteer.
His dad's really excited about the sports thing, even though he's in high school, still just trying to get him involved in, something.
Right.
To get him going. Him and his dad's been going out and trying to, play basketball or football in the yard.
Well, good. Maybe we can talk to him about that.
Okay. All these sound really great, though.
But other than that, that's really all I had to talk about. I'm so thankful that you got to come in today.
Yes, me too, because I was worried about him a little bit.
But just like I said to begin with, I'm always available. I'm here from 7 o'clock in the morning until 4 or 5, 6 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So anytime you need to call me, email me, you can always reach me at those 2 email addresses and phone numbers.
Okay.
So thank you so much for coming in.
I really appreciate it.